Hey, I need a haircut for me. I haven't got one in a minute. I need my eyebrows done. Hey, how I need a haircut, but I still looking clean. Like I'm still looking fresh. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't mind me, I'm a clown, but let's cut to the intro, bro. Like intro.
Whole team up, feeling too dirty. Let's clean up. Got in my plug now. Let's re-up. Down to the ground now.
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy CJ got the YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy CJ got the drip. How y'all doing today? How y'all living? Back with another video. And hey, for today's video, you know, it's gonna be a more serious video. And as y'all can tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about, you know, how I ended my sports career, you know, playing capture the flag basically, you know. And I was getting looked at by colleges for sports, you know, and you know, something tragic happened. So this is gonna be a serious video, like I said. You know, if you guys wanna see some more entertaining videos, you know, funny videos, you know, you guys can, you know, check out, you know, my previous videos. You know, we get real lit in those videos. But before we get into this video, at 500 subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Feel me, hit that bell to get notified every time I put out a banger for y'all. Smash that like button before we even get into this video. And stay tuned. So if you guys have ever gotten an injury, you guys know how much it sucks. It doesn't even have to be a sports career ending injury. Those injuries suck in general, especially, you know, when it happens to your knee or to your leg. You know, it sucks because you're not mobile for a while. So I'm gonna get into this video, you know, this little story time, feel me? So before I get into depth with this story, you know, when I was around like 13, I tore my meniscus in the same knee that I got this huge injury this time. And I was playing football, so you know, someone just took me out, filming my knee, you know, just tore up, you know, and it was a quick recovery. I think it was like 4 to 6 weeks, so I was back on my feet quick. But this injury, y'all, I'm still recovering from it, feel me? So last year in the end of September, last fall, there was a capture the flag tournament, you know, and me and my friends, you know, we were real active in track at the time. So we were like, hey, you know, we're the fastest kids in school, so let's sign up for this capture the flag tournament, so let's just win, you know, because I think they were giving a prize also. So we were like, you know, this is gonna be real easy, we'll just get the prize, feel me, and just dip. During like practices and stuff, we were saying like, hey, you know, you heard about that capture the flag tournament in school? And we were all like, yeah, you know, we should all do it, you know. So we all got together, you know, we made a team. So the day of the tournament, you know, me and my friends, we gathered up. You know, and I think one of my other friends, he was absent that day, so he couldn't even do it with us. So we asked one of my other friends, you know, we were like, hey, we're down a person, you know, you want to play capture the flag with us, you know, it'll be real easy, you know, we get something if we win. And he was like, you know, I'm not really sure. I was like, you know, what you mean? Like, it's an easy dub for us. He was like, I'm gonna get injured, you know, I'm not really trying to do it. He was real paranoid, you know, he was real stressed out, but for a good reason. So we were like, come on, bro, you know, we need an extra person, just do it. He was like, no. So we were like, you know, it's cool, we're not gonna force you to play capture the flag if you don't want to, you know, that's dumb. So we got inside the gym, we were missing a person, we were like, you know what, it's cool, we can still win this, you know? So when we walked into the gym, we saw all the other teams and we were like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, this is too easy, feel me? We saw kids that we knew were slow off rip, you know, like, we were like, just scanning the gym, feel me, like, we're gonna win this. And let me tell you what me and my friends did. We went onto the other side of the gym by ourselves and we did our track stretches, feel me? Like, we were stretching out our quads, our calves, you know, we were just being mad extra. We were doing like skips, we were jogging to them, we were sprinting, we were doing like all this extra stuff, you know? So the tournament started and there was teams that were ahead of us. So we sat on the sideline and we watched them. And as we watched these teams go at it, you know, we were just laughing to each other. We were like, bro, like this can't be serious, you know what I'm saying? Like this is too easy. So it was our turn to play, and the team we were up against, I think they had like a fast kid on there, you know, now that I think about it. But it was like 5 or 6 of us against one fast kid basically, you know. So we were like it's nothing still, you know. As the game went on though, we were being real defensive, you know. We weren't being aggressive, you know, going out trying to get their flag. You know, we were playing real defensive, real conservative. So we were running back and forth, filming like running on the line, running back just to mess with the other team. They were doing the same thing to us. And that happened, you know, throughout the whole game. You know, there wasn't really much action in our game, you know. So that happened, and this is where it all went downhill so quick. Like, this happened, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, this happened like this, feel me? It happened so quick. One of the other kids, you know, he ran on the other side, and so that happened, and this is where it all went downhill so quick. Like, this happened, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, this happened like this, feel me? It happened so quick. So one of the other kids, you know, he ran on the other side, and I was on this side of the gym and he was on this side, and I booked it, feel me? I sprinted like I was getting chased by some dogs or something, feel me? Like So he was on this side of the gym, I was on this side of the gym. And as soon as I saw him cross that line, feel me, I booked it. Feel me, it was like I was getting chased by a pack of dogs, by the cops, something. And when I got to him, as soon as I was about to touch him, I took a hard step and I heard a pop in my knee. As soon as I heard that pop in my knee, I was like, yo, what happened? You know, like, it happened so quick. I didn't know what to think, you know, like, I just heard the pop in my knee. I fell down. You know, my trainer came to help me up. I was like, you know, I'm good, you know, don't touch me. Not like that, you know, like, I can get up, you know, like, I don't need any help. So I got up, I walked to the trainer, feel me, she wrapped my leg up with some ice. You know, she was like, you know, it's a little swollen right now, but, you know, the ice should take the inflammation away. Usually when you hear a pop in your knee, you know, it's something real serious, so that was relieving. So after that, you know, I got my knee wrapped up or whatever. I went outside, you know, the door and watched the rest of the game. We were already down one person, and then I was out, so that was down 2 people. So what they did, they rushed our team, they got the flag, they ran back, and they won basically, you know, and yeah, they won. Like, we underestimated them and they beat us. So that sucked. So after the game was done, my friends, they came over to me and they were like, yo, Chris, are you okay? You know, like, are you straight, bruh? I was like, yeah, you know, I'll be fine. You know, the trainer said it was just a little inflamed, you know, it's a little swollen. She said this ice will take it away. And they were like, cool, you know, we need you for that track season, you know, like, stay healthy, stay strong. And I was like, cool. So I dapped them up, feel me? I got my ride, we went home. And as soon as I sat down on the couch, I took the ice off. And as soon as I sat down and took the ice off, bruh, my knee was so swollen. It was so inflamed, like, it was crazy, bro. I looked at my knee. Someone took a hammer and just, like, cracked my knee, you feel me? And I was like, yo, my knee does not look right, you know? So I called my mom up. I was like, Ma, you know, I was at school, you know, being real dumb, you know. I was running around, you know, and I heard something in my knee, you know. You gotta come home from work, you know, and take me to the hospital, you know, it hurts. So she was like, you know, okay, I'll be home in a few. And I was like, all right, cool. So I waited for my mom to come home. You know, I cleaned myself up, you know, took a quick shower and put some clothes on, you know, some fresh clothes. She came home, she looked at me and she was like, what happened to your knee? You know, I was like, Ma, I don't know, you know, I was just running, you know, I took a step, it happened all quick, you know, now my knee's like this. And she was like, all right, we gotta go to the emergency room because this doesn't look right. So we got into the ER. I had to wait like half an hour to even get inside the place, so y'all already know how that go. The lady, you know, she took some x-rays of my knee, you know, just to see if anything, you know, was wrong. And the thing with x-rays, you know, they can't like show if something's torn or not. She said, we can't tell if anything's torn, but there's no real serious breaks, you know, no real serious damage or bruising, you know, that we can see right now. So she said, you know, we have to set you up for an MRI because we can't tell right now. So I was like real anxious. I was kind of getting stressed, you know. I was like, you know, just set up the date, you know, let's just get this done with. So as the days went on, waiting for my MRI, it wasn't really, to be honest, it wasn't really hard to sleep. You know, like I adjusted myself so I could sleep right. I was taking like some light medication for the swelling to go down, you know, just to help out with the pain a little bit. I stayed home from school, I think a little bit, or I went back to school the next day. I'm not really sure. But the MRI day was finally here. You know, I was told my friends, you know, I'm getting my MRI today. It was like, you know, I'm praying for you. You know, I hope everything comes out okay. You know, and I was like, you know, thanks bros, it means a lot, you know. I was like real appreciative, you know, because those are some of the only people who really knew about my injury at the time. Cause I didn't want to go tell everybody, you know, gas myself up being like, yo, I messed my knee up, feel me, everyone feel bad for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing like that, you know, I only told a few people. First, my doctor, you know, felt my knee around, moved it up. I got some bad news for you, you know, I'm like 90% sure your ACL is torn. And as soon as I said that, I was like, you know what, don't tell me none of that. You know, let's just do this MRI and then, you know, we'll go from there. So I wasn't getting rude, but I was kind of like, I don't know what I was getting, but I wasn't really trying to hear that I tore my ACL, you know. The MRI came, they scanned my knee or whatever, you know, and then the results came. So I went into his office again a few days later. So he looked at the results and he said, you know, it's exactly what I thought it was. So I was like, what you mean it is what you thought it was? And he was like, you know, you tore your ACL. And after I heard he said I tore my ACL, I was like, yo, this is a dream. Like, this is not happening. I was like, nah, bro. I was like, nah, you're playing with me. I didn't say you're playing with me, but that's what I was thinking, you know? It was like, you know, you tore your ACL, and it's 6 months to a year out of sports. You got to do rehab. You're going to learn how to walk again and all this stuff, you know? I was like, wait, hold on. You're telling me I can't go back to sports for 6 months to a year? I have to learn how to walk again You're telling me all this after, you know, the other day, you know, I was on the track with my friends talking about how we were gonna go to the state meet, how we were gonna go to nationals, how we were gonna go to college, you know, stuff like that. So he was like, yeah, you tore your ACL, and I was like, yo, this is crazy, you know? So I got home, you know, I was like, Mom, Dad, you know, like I don't even know what to say, you know? And they were like real sad for me, you know, like it was just sad, you know? I wasn't really sad or angry, I was more disappointed in myself, you know, because capture the flag was pointless, you know. Let me tell you this. What's giving up your sports career for, you know, a gamer that captures the flag to win a few dollars, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. I got home, you know, I told my friends, you know, like, I tore my ACL, you know, I'm out. I can't do the winter season for track. I can't do the spring season for track. I can't play baseball no more. And it was just like, I was like, yo, like, this is crazy. You know, they were saying like, you know, no way, you know, I can't believe this happened. You know, I told some of the people in my school the next day when I got to school, and they were like, you know, like, what happened? You know, you're supposed to go to college for sports and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know, but this happened, you know? And I told all my friends, you know, they were real sad. You know, some of my friends, you know, told me they were crying, you know, because they felt so bad for me, you know, because I was making so much progress in my sports and stuff. And they were like, you know, like, I'm just be praying for you, you know, the Lord, he's gonna work it out for you. You know, don't worry about it. And I was like, you know, you're right, you know, just trust in the Lord, you know, trust in Jesus, because, you know, he's my everything. And without him, you know, like, you know, I wouldn't even have the opportunity to, I wouldn't even be having the opportunity to do this stuff for y'all, you know, like, you know, sharing my personal life with you guys, you know? So as the days went on, you know, they had to set up a surgery date. It was like a few weeks later, I got my surgery, you know, I had my surgery, you know, they did my surgery. It was a same-day surgery, so I stayed there in the hospital. You know, it was quite a few hours, I think. After the surgery happened, you know, I was like, when I woke up from my surgery, you know, I was like off the medication like a lot. So I was kind of like falling back to sleep. I was like real nauseous, you know, real lightheaded. So my nurse, you know, she came in, she gave me some crackers and some apple juice, you know, cause you can't eat nothing heavy when you're under all that amnesia and you just got out of surgery, cause you'll throw up everywhere. So I had to eat the crackers real slow, you know, drink my apple juice. You know, the apple juice was fire, y'all. Like, those crackers and apple juice.
Boy, if you don't get...
But I'm playing. I got home around like 7 p.m. and the medication wore off. And if you guys have ever been through like a big surgery or even a surgery in general, you guys know as soon as that medication wears off, where you got hurt or where you got injured, it's like, it's just chaos, you know, it's just like hell, you know, it hurts real bad. An ACL surgery, you know, my doctor, he said that's one of the worst and most painful surgeries to, you know, recover from. And I was like, you know, I'm feeling it right now, doc, feel me? So I got home around like 7 p.m., you know, and they gave me like some heavy medication, you know, just to ease the pain and stuff. And that was not working, you know, it was not working at all. I got home at 7 p.m. and didn't sleep the next day till 1 a.m. So I didn't get like 30 hours of sleep. I was awake for 30 hours in just sheer pain, you know, like I was like, yo, what is happening right now? I stayed home from school for about a week just to, you know, just strengthen my knee. My doctor gave me some stretches to do, you know, just to strengthen my knee back, just to get some kind of like some nourishment back into my leg because it was so weak. Feel me? It was always shaking. I couldn't walk. I had to learn how to walk again. It was so crazy to me. As the week went by, you know, my teachers, my friends, they were reaching out to me. They were like, you know, I'm sorry to hear what happened. You know, I hope you feel better. And I was like, you know, it's cool. I'm gonna be straight, you know? So when I got to the doctor's office, they had to set up another appointment just to see, you know, the surgery results, all that stuff, to see if everything was fine, you know? So I got to the doctor's office and he said, you know, it's worse than what I thought it was, you know? I was like, bro, you're tweaking right now, you know, like, you can't be serious, you know? You told me I tore my ACL, I'm out of sports for up to a year, and you're telling me, like it could be worse, you know? I was like, chill out, you know? So he said I retore my meniscus, you know, my MCL, the same, and this happened in the same knee that I tore my meniscus when like I told y'all, when I was like 13, you know? So he said I retore my meniscus. He said I have like half of my meniscus left in my knee, And the meniscus is what, you know, protects your bones from when, you know, you walk, like, so they don't grind. I'm missing half of that, you know, so my bones are grinding, you know, quite a bit. And he also said I have arthritis in my knee. He said, you know, you're gonna be in rehab, you know, you're gonna be all right, you know, everything's gonna be cool. And I was like, yo, like, this happened during Capture the Flag, you know, it was crazy to me. But, you know, like, that's the thing with God, you know, like, he opens doors and closes doors, you know. So this is what I say: if he closed, you know, if he closed this door of me playing sports, you know, to open a door much greater, you know, down the future, because he's all knowing, you know, he just knows my future. He has my future in his hands, you know. And I need him to guide my life, you know, because if I was in control of, you know, my actions and stuff, you know, it just wouldn't be good. So, you know, like, he died on the cross for my sins, died on the cross for your sins, and he wants what's best for you, truly. Even if no one is there for you at the end of the day, even if you feel like no one is there for you, you know, I promise you guys, like, there's days when I had my surgery, I felt like it was just bad, you know. I was depressed from the medication, you know, just everything that happened. I was like, you know, like, I had some bad thoughts, you know. I finally came to a realization, you know, God, if this is what you really want for my life, you know, it was hard for me to cope that, you know, it was hard for me to just understand to take that in. I was like, God, if this is what you really have for me, you know, if this is what you really want for my life, then, you know, let your will be done, you know, and not mine. But I know God's got a plan for my life, he got a plan for your life, and everything's just gonna work out for his good. So that was the video, guys. This is a part 1, like I said, of a part 2 video. This one I talk about the surgery, you know, like how I'm handling it right now. And the next video is going to be, you know, my rehab and stuff, you know, my physical therapy that I'm still doing right now. You know, I'm still recovering. You know, like I said, this happened like last fall, 2017 fall. But like I said, you know, God's going to get me through this, you know, and it's just going to be fine. And the verse of the day, you guys, is Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future." And you guys, I feel like this verse just goes so well, you know, with, you know, what I'm going through right now, you know, still recovering from my injury. Even with you guys, you know, if you guys feel like you have no hope, you know, you guys, you know, feel like you can't get out of the situation you guys are in, you know, I promise you guys, if you turn to Jesus, you know, like, it's just such a relieving thing. Trust me, you know, I used to live, you know, a worldly life, you know, that's what we call it as Christians, you know, a secular life. And it's like, you know, the things that I used to do, you know, I don't even have the desire to do it anymore, you know, because, you know, God just changed me. And those of you guys who know me, you know, in real life, it's like a lot of people, you know, a lot of people come up to me, you know, and they're like, you're like, you know, what happened to you? You know, I never thought, you know, you would be doing stuff like this. And I'm like, you know, me neither, but, you know, God helped me out. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. You know, like I said, this was a more serious video. All my entertaining, funny videos are, you know, back there and on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you guys have not subscribed already, you know, at 500 subs, I'm doing this giveaway. Hit that bell to get notified every time I put out a banger for y'all. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social media, which will be down in the description below. You guys already know who to share this video with. Your mom, dad, cat, dog, brother, sister, and pet fish. Make sure you guys comment down below if you guys like this video, you know, give me ideas, you know, that I can do. You know, and oh, by the way, you guys don't have to hit a certain amount of likes on this video, you know, for me to drop a part 2, because I will be dropping a part 2. And I want to say, like, in a day or two, you know, give or take, you guys don't have to hit a certain amount of likes for that. You know, I'm just going to be doing this because I feel like it has to be said. So with all that being said, it's been your boy CJ got the drip, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Shawty, you want some cloud? I can't get it out, no. Never been on drought, what you talking about, whoa. These rappers, they scout, take a different route, yo. Ain't what I'm about, know what I'm about, whoa.